dark and early at Buffalo Airways, and there's already trouble.
If you want to grab a couple of frost fighters, bring them over.
Freezing rain overnight has encrusted the airline's vintage C-46 cargo plane in ice. That's throwing a wrench into food and mail deliveries to remote settlements.
Well, Ian's been here since 6:30, so it's 9 o'clock now.
Already 2 hours behind schedule, C-46 Captain Devan needs to get his frozen plane defrosted quick. But it's minus 15 now.
We got tarps, we got everything going on.
So every available body helps de-ice this 65-year-old cargo plane. Tents are thrown over the ice-covered wings, and frost fighters pumping out 300,000 BTUs of heat try to melt the 3/4-inch layer of ice.
We'll get out of here sometime today.
It's a terrible start to the day, and it's about to get worse for Devan. Flying in from Hay River, the boss, Buffalo Joe McBryan, is surprised that the C-46 is still on the tarmac.
I can't believe this, you know? I didn't grow up like this.
No, well, I didn't either.
Guy gets up in the morning and says, oh, we got 4 Herman Allison take guys, 4 hours late.
Joe was talking that we're late and, well, giving a you know, that we should have thought about it the night before.
This time of year, we know the freezing rain and the wet fog we get.
Well, I honestly looked at it and I didn't see freezing drizzle.
They can't vote me because I've already done my trip and they haven't got airborne yet. They're not going to get airborne for a couple hours.
Joe checks out the horizontal stabilizer on the tail. It must be completely clean of ice before they fly.
Still not ready to go. Still gonna be a couple hours.
Well, we'll get her done. We wanted to get loaded and get out of there and head up the valley.
Joe hates delays. They're bad for business. Now it's up to Devan to get this bird in the air fast.
He says 2 hours, so I want to be the dead of you.
Gotcha.
They scramble to put a Herman Nelson heater on the tail of the C-46.
We're gonna do the whole wing at once. Oh, yeah, sweet. Yeah.
Finally, some progress. The ice has softened enough that it can be scraped away. A coat of alcohol solution will keep the ice from forming again.
5 hours of madness, man. Maybe even more. We're ready. See us tonight.
There, get on there. All yours.
But today's troubles have just begun. Next stop, Norman Wells.
On the takeoff roll, that we got our first indication that something was wrong.
So they got a fire light? Like that? Got a fire light, eh?
The fire alarms came on and we seen them, but we were already past our V1 speed, so we gotta go.
V1 is the critical engine failure decision speed. Now, even if an engine fails, takeoff must continue to V2. Liftoff speed.
I've never had a fire light go off in flight.
With nowhere to go but up, there's no worse time for an engine fire.
Zero. Okay, just take a good look.
Took a good look, didn't see any fire or smoke, anything unusual. All the gauges read good.
But once they reduce power after takeoff, the alarm stops.
Gives you a little bit of an indication that maybe there's a probe that's grounding on something.
Just try to take a look and see what side it has. If there's a whole lot of exhaust coming out, okay, fire.
Ian goes back to get a better look at the engine.
When you're sitting in that co-pilot seat, you can only see a third to half the engine. So when you go back, you can see oil flowing over the back of the wing that you can't see from the co-pilot seat.
Yeah, I don't see anything. No exhaust or anything coming out anywhere, no oil or anything like that.
It seems like a false alarm. but there's no way to be sure while they're in flight. All Devan and Ian can do is get to Norman Wells and figure out their next step there.
99 for 82. Little wind from the right.
In Norman Wells, Devan and Ian land the C-46.
Very nice. Better.
As they offload, Devan updates Director of Maintenance Rod McBryan about the fire alarm light.
Devan phoned me saying he's got a fire light, goes out at 46 inches.
Well, at takeoff power and METO power, the fire lights are coming on. Once we pulled the power back to climb there, the lights went out.
There was a whole process that Devan went through. There was no burns in the cowling, there was no excessive leaks or oil or stains or anything like that, which indicates a fire probe malfunction.
All right, we'll talk to you later.
Without any signs of a fire, the light must be acting up. The engine fire alarm system on the C-46 is a loop of probes that set off an alarm in the cockpit when they get too hot.
Devan did as much as he could to verify that it was safe, so.
That'll go off when we're still on the runway.
Devan and Ian get set to fly to Toledo, the last stop on today's Valley Run.
Just ignore the bell, I guess.
About halfway down the runway, the fire light came on. Did the takeoff, pulled back the throttles, and the light went out.
One ain't see anything there. No, I don't see anything, man. Better.
But it just increases the stress and gets you thinking a little more.
An engine fire could blow off an entire wing. With one stop to go, Devan's got to decide. Is it another false alarm, or is there a fire flaring up that he can't see? In the settlement of Toledo,
Looking at an hour 50 home.
Devan and Ian gamble that it's a false alarm caused by an overly sensitive probe.
It's gonna go off anyway. Volumes.
The alarm goes off as they reach maximum power. But unlike before, it doesn't stop as they hit climb power.
And then that really made me wonder. And then we got up to our 9,500 feet and started to think about it a little.
She looks good over here.
Devan suspects the alarm and fire may be real. He goes to the back to take a look.
But we just happened to have a little tiny hole beside a piano hinge on an access panel that we could see a blue flame inside the cowl.
Can you see that access panel from there? Do you see anything glowing from the left side of the cowl?
Well, that's what we thought it was, but you never know with the illusions of flying at night and the flames coming out of the exhaust as well anyway.
Look up in this corner to see if you can see a light. Is it flickering? Yeah, it's going poof, poof, poof.
Now Ian takes a look.
Actually, just a little crack in one of the hinges there where you could see inside the engine. See the blue flame.
What do you think? Pretty blue flames, isn't it? It does look like a flame in that top left corner.
We wanted to take every little bit of information to heart, make the right decision, not kill ourselves, and not wreck the airplane.
There's no way that could be some like stupid-ass illusion that we're both missing, could it?
That's why we chatted for a while.
I don't think so. I don't think you can get illusion in a black space.
Sometimes at night, stuff plays tricks on you.
It seems almost unmistakable now. A fire in the right engine.
Well, one of my worst fears in the C-46 is that of a fire. Since it has no firewall, most conventional airplanes all have firewalls. DC-3s and all those other ones, they all have firewalls. So at least it'll stop it, for the most part, from getting into the wings where you still have 4,000 or 5,000 pounds of fuel.
Without a firewall, the 3 fuel tanks in the wing are exposed. An engine fire could spread rapidly and ignite the fuel tanks. Devan's only way to prevent a potentially catastrophic fire is to shut down the engine.
Ian and I continued to second-guess each other.
I don't want to. Nor do I.
Once you shut it down, you're not going to get started again. That's it.
If Devan needs to abort the landing, a single engine may not provide enough power for the plane to climb back up. He has a tough decision. Risk a one-engine landing, or risk an even bigger engine fire.
Shut the son of a down. I've had enough.
We've been lucky so far, and probably best not to keep pushing our luck.
Just throttle back slowly and shut her down.
If that hole hadn't have been in that access panel, we probably would have never shut it down.
There you go, pull her. Yep, she stopped. Ready.
But they're not home free yet. They still have to bring the C-46 in on one engine.
6, we're estimating your station in about 18 minutes. We have a precautionary shutdown.
Devan will have only one chance to land the 30,000-pound vintage aircraft.
You never want to overshoot with one engine.
Gear down. 1200 above.
Because the right engine was out, if the wind was on the right side of the airplane, it would in turn want to spin you more.
So you got to push your tail back over to keep you going straight.
190. Check. 90.
A perfect one-engine landing.
Roger.
After that, Ian and I pretty much wanted to go home.
Once the C-46 is in the hangar, Rod wants to look at the engine right away. And what he discovers under the cowling is startling.
It's broke.
A gaping hole in the exhaust.
So basically this piece broke off, which then you shoot a flame against the breather line.
The flame melted an air hose. But if it had been an oil line, the situation could have been a disaster.
And I think Devan makes the right choice all the time, really. And this was just another example of him making the right choice.
What did it do?
Joe's worried about bigger problems facing the C-46.
There is no spare exhaust.
Replacement exhaust parts for this rare plane are becoming impossible to find.
I believe that there is some out there. We just haven't been able to put our hands on it yet. But in the next month, we'll have to make up our mind whether or not we're going to keep on looking or start building our parked airplanes.
With exhaust parts so scarce, Joe could be forced to park his 2 working C-46s sooner than he expects, threatening the business he spent years building.